I'm Zach. I'm 22 and living in California. And for this first lesson, I'd like to cover a topic that's maybe a little advanced, but something that I like, something that I use a lot with other native speakers or other people who speak English very well, and that's sarcasm, which is a very common component in American and especially British humor. And something that I find really funny when I'm watching TV or a movie or anything really. So first, I want to define what sarcasm is for you, what it means in English. It might be similar to a concept that you have in your language, or even the same, really. So basically, sarcasm is when somebody says the opposite of what they mean. Or put another way, somebody says something that there's something very obvious in a situation, and somebody says something that completely goes against that. So let me give you an example. Let's say I'm walking around in New York, in Manhattan, and I say, boy, they didn't build very many tall buildings here. Now, in that case, it's so obvious that there are tall buildings everywhere that either I'm an idiot or I'm maybe making a sarcastic joke. Not a very good joke, but for the sake of example, we'll use that. Another possible example, maybe you're at a party, you meet a guy named Steve or something, and Steve is very depressed, he's bumming everybody out all night, and somebody asks you about him later, and you say, oh, you mean that really happy, cheery guy? Now, in that case, it was so obvious that Steve was depressed all night that everybody will know that you're being sarcastic. How will everybody know? How do you detect sarcasm? Well, that can be difficult, but things to watch out for are a change in the tone of voice. Sometimes it sounds like a sort of joking tone, so the voice can go higher or lower, like, oh, you mean the happy, cheery guy? That's how I would do it, at least. But there are variations, and it's something that you're just going to have to practice and be aware of the situation, and you'll figure it out, hopefully. And finally, I'd like to just talk a little bit about when you use sarcasm, because that can be tricky. So in general, what I would recommend is to only use sarcasm in situations when you're with friends, informal situations. Because some people can maybe not get it, not think it's funny. Sometimes, they might think that you're being a bit strange. So in a job interview, I would not ever say something sarcastic. But if I'm just hanging out with friends, people that I know, people who are familiar with me, we know each other's sense of humor, then I'll use sarcasm all the time. That's just kind of my personality. Maybe it's yours too. So know your situation, know who you're talking to, and make sure before you start using sarcasm, you know about that other person's personality, and that you have a certain kind of relationship where sarcasm is okay. So with that in mind, just keep watching TV shows, comedy TV shows from Britain, the US, anywhere, and look for examples of sarcasm, because I promise you they are everywhere. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later.